Welcome to this explainer. Today we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to completely immerse ourselves in a different perspective. I want you to step into my world for a few minutes. I'm a young student living right here in Beijing, and I want to show you what actually happens when artificial intelligence isn't just some, futuristic concept out of a sci-fi novel. For us, it is an everyday, completely normal reality. Imagine waking up in a city where your tech isn't just a screen in your pocket, but literally the fabric of your environment. That's exactly what we're exploring today.
Because there's a massive global contrast right now. While politicians and regulators in the West, particularly in Washington, are busy debating the theoretical role of AI and weighing the pros and cons of how to govern it, my friends and I are already living it. Our country is racing at breakneck speed to incorporate it across every single facet of society. For us, it's not a debate about whether we should adopt AI, it's a full-on sprint to see how quickly and seamlessly we can weave it into our daily lives.
So, let's look at growing up with AI, starting right in our classrooms.
The evolution here has been just incredibly rapid. Barely 3 years ago, before AI became this massive household buzzword, private tutors like Yanja Ma literally had to beg skeptical parents to let their kids learn about AI tools. Parents just didn't see the practical value back then. But then came the launch of ChatGPT. Tutors instantly realized that education was dramatically, irreversibly transforming. Jump to today, and there are huge, sprawling waiting lists to get into these exact same classes. And why? Because parents finally realize we aren't just playing video games, we're building real apps and actively making money.
Which brings us to building apps and futures where we're actually solving real problems.
And I want to be clear, these aren't hypothetical science fair projects. These are actual, usable utilities. Take 12-year-old Candy Tang, for example. She has this amazing goal of becoming a gaming CEO, which, to be honest, is exactly the kind of tech industry leader I'm striving to be myself. She built virtual companions where you can talk with completely original characters. She also developed reservation systems for the local swimming pool, and even AI tools that connect people with Chinese medicine doctors. Meanwhile, you got 14-year-old Angela Wong, who created a zombie run app to train for real-life races. The AI literally simulates zombies chasing you to keep your pace up. We are looking around, identifying local problems, and we are coding the solutions ourselves.
Now, even in regular school, the boundaries are clear and highly practical. We absolutely cannot use AI to do our homework. That defeats the whole purpose of learning, right? But it's completely normal and honestly encouraged to use it to check our homework. It acts like this omnipresent, personalized tutor that helps us verify our logic and catch our mistakes, but without doing the heavy lifting for us.
But our smart city reality goes way beyond school. Let's look at AI in everyday life.
I often hear people ask, doesn't living surrounded by omnipresent facial recognition and hopping into driverless taxis make you uncomfortable? Well, to us, it's just how the city gets better, safer, and way more efficient. We've got AI agents flawlessly handling our food delivery, organizing our automated travel, and managing all our ticketing plans. When we need a ride, we literally get into the back of a taxi right in the middle of bustling Beijing traffic with absolutely no human driver behind the wheel. It's just a completely normal experience for us. It's literally just how we commute.
And this integration isn't just about pure utility either. It's heavily integrated into our entertainment and social lives. As technology expert Kyle Chan points out, Chinese consumers and tech companies have a massive appetite for experimentation and risk-taking. That's why when we go out to celebrate a friend's birthday with some hot pot, we have singing and dancing robot performers rolling right up to our table to serve us. It perfectly blends high-tech robotics with joyous, everyday social gathering.
What's wild is how accessible the hardware has become. $1,600. Think about that. This isn't just multi-million-dollar commercial infrastructure hidden away in some secret factory. You can literally walk into a standard, local shopping mall, walk up to a store shelf, and buy a 4-legged Unitree robot dog to take home for $1,600. The barrier to entry for advanced robotics is practically identical to buying a high-end laptop.
Or, hey, if you want something significantly more advanced, $13,500. That is the starting price tag for a full humanoid robot. I just want to let that sink in for a second. We're coming of age in a society where saving up to buy a humanoid robot from the local mall is a genuine, actual consumer option. It's crazy.
Of course, mastering the tools safely is a massive part of this. We have to talk about risks and responsibility.
With kids like us building complex digital applications and advanced robots just walking around our public malls, a massive question arises. Are there risks to learning AI so young? Because embracing this much digital power so early in life naturally brings up some very valid concerns. And our own educators have a very clear-eyed perspective on this. Data scientist Jung-Chung Fun points out that the real risk is us relying on AI too much and using it without discretion. He stresses that if we aren't taught correctly, kids are just going to do whatever they want, and things aren't going to be pretty. As a student aiming to be a tech leader, I take this completely to heart. We have to learn how to reflect on our usage and ensure we don't accidentally outsource our critical thinking to an algorithm. We absolutely must master the tool responsibly so it remains exactly that, a tool and not a crutch.
That same 12-year-old I mentioned earlier, Candy Tong, she sums up our generation's mindset perfectly. She said, "AI never scare me because I think AI is a tool. If I use AI, then I will be the scary person." I love that. Ultimately, we don't fear the future because we view this technology exactly for what it is, an instrument just waiting to be guided. So as we wrap up this explainer, the absolutely crucial question I want to leave you with is this. In a world where artificial intelligence is already everywhere, are you going to let the tool control you, or will you be the one wielding it?